We're still on market structure, but today we're going into the growth and survival of firms. As soon as a business is set up, as soon as a firm is set up, the first thing is to stamp your authority within the market. It's a new business. Well, you need to compete with existing firms. And to compete with existing firms, you might not be making profit at the beginning. So the main objective you should be thinking about is survival. You just have to stay operational, pending the time customers start understanding that you are different from those of your competitors. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
A firm is new. It has to compete with existing firms that have existing customers. You are new. You are just coming to the market. You can't immediately make profit. It's a rare case to immediately make profit. But if it's a competitive market, it means you have to compete with other firms in that market. So the only thing you can think about the present time is survival. So I wrote, the firm's journey typically begins with the objective of survival and then transcends towards growth. First, you have to face the storm. Then it knocks, then you perform. So you have to start, you struggle, and in the course of struggling, you are trying to make a mark in the market. So that is why it's about survival. Do we understand survival here? So the journey begins with this. Before you start thinking about expanding, that is when you succeed. So as soon as you succeed, gaining the trust of customers, then you start thinking about other objectives as a business. Do we get it? So the survival stage. The primary goal of a struggling business is to stay operational. So the point is still relevant, still remaining relevant in the market, even if your sales are not growing, even if your profit is not growing. So the first survival includes one, cash flow management. How to survive that stage is to monitor your revenue and your expenditure. You have to take care of it. Without taking care of your revenue and expenditure, you might not leave that survival stage. For you to excel past here, you have to focus more on money that comes into your business and the ones that goes out of the business. That's the first, yes. Okay. That's the first important thing you need to monitor. You have to stay close with it. You have to put effort in ensuring that there's a balance between your cash flow. That's the first. The second, access to finance. You need to innovate. You need to grow. You need to discover new products. You need to invest. All these things would not come without finance. Credit. So your ability to convince financiers to give out, to lend you money would allow you to survive that stage and move on towards growth. So growth. Your ability to convince financiers that you are credit worthy, you are trustworthy, you are ambitious. If you are able to do that, you will move from here towards here. That is credit facility. Do we get it? So, without sufficient credit facility, firms cannot invest, innovate, and grow. Do we get it?
Yes.
The third one, adaptability. The flexibility to adapt to market changes. Because consumers will come with different choices. Consumers will come with different needs. Your ability to adapt to the market demand would allow you to excel or to move past the survival stage. So if you have to move past the survival stage, you must be flexible to the needs of the market. Do you get it? The next one, external factors. A firm's survival can be impacted by weather conditions such as the market size, the level of competition, and government regulations. These things are beyond your control as a business. They are beyond your control. But if you have a way around them, you will survive and grow. Government regulations, these are what government wants. These are political. We have to adapt into it. You must find a way around it. Your competitors. You don't have power over your competitors. You just have to get better than they do. That's just it. You have to always be ahead of your competitors. If you are always ahead of your competitors, your position in the market increases. Do you get it? And the last one, the market size. How big or small is that market? How big are your customers? The quantities of your customers, the numbers of your customers. That can also determine if you survive or not. So if you are able to increase your customer base, it simply means you've taken customers from your competitors. There's no customer in heaven. All the customers are here. A new customer for you means a lost customer for others. Do you get it? So if you have one more customer today with your existing customers, it means existing customers of your competitors has just lost one.
But what if the customer keeps changing from place to place?
Well, that's what we talked about, contestable markets. But this is just a competitive market. For a contestable market, they don't care about price. But here we are talking about a market that is highly competitive and a business in this market that wants to pass the stage of survival. So it's all about you finding a way to convince your customers. That's just it. Finding a way to convince them to start buying from you instead of your competitors. You find a way. You must. You must find a way to create what we call customer loyalty. This is it. You must. That is the way you can survive the market. Because without customers, you cannot survive. Customers are the kingpin of every